Pete Buchanan watching Cesar Hernandez step into the batter's box to lead things off against Jeremy Guthrie, who's celebrating his 38th birthday today, and he takes a strike. It's 0-1. Cesar was 1 for 4 in yesterday's game with a walk. Overall 3 for 17 this year. This one is hit the opposite way. Jason Worth is not going to get it. It's over his head, off the wall, and Cesar will pull into second base with a leadoff double. Take a look at the rest of the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity. Xfinity X1 will change the way you experience TV. Pete Buchanan said he is not about to change the middle of the order just yet. So Franco, Saunders, and Tommy Joseph are 4, 5, and 6 for the Phils. Howie Kendrick, of course, batting second. He's stepping into the box now. There is Jeremy Guthrie. Those are his career numbers. He did not pitch in the big leagues last year. He was in AAA for 2 different organizations. A lifetime ERA of 4.37. And Howie Kendrick, who has 30 at-bats against him, swings at the first pitch. And it's no balls and 1 strike. As Wieters will bring the baseball out to Jeremy Guthrie. Scouting report on Jeremy Guthrie, Johnny?
Fastball's 91 to 96. He throws a change curve slider. You know, the thing about Guthrie is his fastball has movement away from lefties, and great piece of hitting by Hernandez to take that ball the other way. But he will walk guys.
In the dirt, and Wieters blocks it with his backhand, and it's 1-1.
Did a game he pitched a couple years ago. 11 runs in the first inning.
Now that was opening day for the Royals.
Day. Well, yes. Yeah.
11 runs.
It wasn't pretty.
It didn't
4
go well
homers
for him. I think we would take that here.
Ugh.
Kendrick lines it the opposite way. Cesar held up just to make sure it wasn't caught, so that's why he's at third. And that puts runners on first and third with nobody out. Howie Kendrick with his 6th hit to start the season.
That's why Kendrick's such a good 2-hole hitter, even though he is right-handed. A good feeling for playing that ABC baseball game. Hits the ball to the opposite field when you need it. There's that little cutter from Guthrie. And see, he has to hesitate because he wants to make sure it's a line drive that's not caught. Great baseball right there. Great hitting.
And that's what this team has to do. You know, they will hit some home runs, but you know, when you struggled like they did last year and so far this year offensively, the ABCs of baseball, get them on, get them over, get them in. That's what the Phillies have to do.
Phillies so far are 6 for 29 with runners in scoring position this year. That counts Howie Kendrick's base hit. So let's see if Odubel Herrera can get the run home as he takes outside. It's 1-0. Not a bad start to the year for Odubel. He's 6 for 14. He also has an on-base percentage in the first few games of .556 because he's walked 4 times.
Yeah, he has had a couple at bats. I was watching on TV where he worked a pitcher. He did a little base on balls clap that he likes to give.
Yeah. Kendrick goes, pitch is taken for a strike, and Howie swipes the bag, and he stole that one on Guthrie.
Well, they have to know something over there. Morandini, a great first base coach. He's got him timed, I'm sure. That's what they do. They walk. They see the. Oh, look at that jump.
Well, you know, Howie's faced Guthrie so much when Guthrie was with Baltimore and Kansas City that, you know, I'm sure there's some key he probably had on him, and it wouldn't surprise me. Of course, he's passing on the rest of these Phillies if we see more.
On the inside corner, 1-2 to Odubel.
That's the exact pitch, John, right there. The exact pitch you're looking for, isn't it, to do the job that needs to be done here?
Yeah.
You're looking for a ball to pull, fastball on the inside corner, just rake it to the right side. Run scores, guy moves to third.
Here's where he can't chase. Maybe this is the new and improved Odubel, taking pitches, working counts. I mean, we saw it in spring training. You were with this the one. Breaking ball in the dirt, first pitch, and bounce in front of home, and he'll swing at it. But he's been pretty good this year about not doing that.
Well, he got that fastball inside by him, and he took it, which kind of makes him a little vulnerable now to that cutter inside. That one right there.
He almost got him to go after it too. It's 3-2.
That's where you got to just fight like heck for that RBI. Just one, not two, not three. Just fight like heck for one.
And the way the middle infield position, he could hit a ground ball. The shortstop has to move to his left at all. Howie's going to get to third base.
Oh, these are one of those at bats where contact is paramount.
He fouls it off over the tarp down the left field line.
Well, that was what I call a choke and poke contact swing, which you like to see, right?
He's been doing that a lot this year. Some of the swings look ugly, but he fouls them off.
Keeps them alive.
Keeps the at bat alive.
Yeah. Guthrie's a veteran. I would think that he knows anything off speed automatically gets rolled over, and Odubel Herrera would have done his job, so he's probably going to stay hard.
All four. The Phils have the bases loaded.
Well, there's the
clap
clap.
of the hands. That's the 5th walk of the year for Herrera. Now the bases are loaded.
Now here's where Franco's been struggling a little bit, right? Here's where you got to just discipline yourself not to try to get them all in with one swing. There again, sac fly, ground ball the opposite side.
Well, Franco so far is 2 for 16, 0 for his last 11. Pete was talking about Maikel Franco today during his media session. He was asked about, Franco trying to go the other way a little bit more, and if he's just still too pull happy. He said yes, he is. He said, but I do think he's trying. He goes, I just don't think he's successful in trying to go the other way. He said sometimes when you get into a game, as he hits that one the opposite way, Harper is under it, tagging from third is Hernandez. The throw coming home up the line, and it's 1-0 Phillies. Bryce Harper has a great arm, but that throw should have gone toward third base, I would think.
I don't know about that, but I'm happy for Franco. He got jammed a little bit on that ball, just fought it off enough to get it out to right field for a sacrifice fly. Hernandez is just so fast. I mean, I think you got to know if you're Harper who's on the bases, and it's really hard to throw Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, thank goodness he did. But yeah, you're right. Franco's been pulling off a lot of balls. You see Howie goes back and tags. Odubel probably should have went back and tagged. Once you see the guy in front of you tag, you go too. But Harper made that throw up the line, and now we got another situation where fly ball can score another run.
1-0 Phillies. Runners on first and third. Saunders is up. He takes inside. It's 1-0.
I don't see a big difference here, but I know, and John, we talked earlier about it. Matt Stairs, our hitting coach, has gotten Saunders to back off the plate. He said about 6 inches, but what do you think? Maybe right there he looks like he's a little further off.
He's a little bit off, farther than he has been.
The Lucky McDonald's Phillies home run jackpot contestant is Mike Borzillo of Deptford, New Jersey. Phillies hit home run in today's ballgame. Mike will win $100. Mix and match any 2 for just $4 on the McDonald's McPick 2 breakfast menu.
And I think that's it for Odubel. You give him one shot, and now it's, if you can steal this base. You saw the great jump Howie Kendrick got, and Odubel gets a good jump. You got to take the base.
Guthrie trying to keep him close. My thinking on that is keep the runner on third base with 1 out alive. I wouldn't risk at this point in the at bat being thrown out. 2 outs, yes, different story.
That one's pulled into right field. A base hit for Michael Saunders. A run is home. Holding at second base is Odubel Herrera, and it's 2-0 Phils.
Very nice. Got the fastball right down the middle of the plate. I was going to say, I'd like to see him shorten up a little bit, just take a nice little line drive stroke instead of that big stroke trying to get them all in. You foul your pitch off so much when you try to go for it all as a hitter.
that was just a nice, you know, I got that hole open. I'm long and lean, and I can get out there and hook this ball. He didn't hit it square, but he, you know, when you have a hole like that, you don't have to hit it right on the screws to get it through there.
Well, that's a good sign that you got Franco with an RBI, Saunders with an RBI. The middle of the order had been 5 for 50 so far this season. As Mike Maddox out to talk to Jeremy Guthrie.
See how that guy Michael Saunders looks in that lineup? It used to be all righties.
Yeah. Well, here's another righty we need to get going.
Yeah. So Pete was talking today, and I think Matt may have mentioned this too, but that Tommy's just under the ball, you know, getting under it a little too much in the first week of the season.
He needs a different launch angle. Is that what you're saying?
I think he needs a different launch angle.
Did you know what your launch angle was?
Too much spin on TrackMan, you mean? I know now what it is on TrackMan. The problem is I know what my flight in the air is, and it makes me sick. I thought it was like excuse me, I thought it was like 270. It's 240. Yeah, you're right about Tommy Joseph. Great kid, you know, and just want to see him relax. All he needs is a nice little line drive knock. Change everything around. You know, there's times during the season when you go 0 for 10, 0 for 12, right?
No big deal.
Yeah.
That one's got down the middle, a base hit. It's his first hit of the year. Rounding third, heading for home is Herrera. He'll score. The Phillies have put a 3 spot at the board here in the first inning.
There it is. That's what Tommy needed, John. But what I like was Michael Saunders going from first to third on a ball to center field. I know he didn't hit it real crisp, but I mean, still, the center fielder's charging it, you know, trying to give him a picture that you can't make it to third, and he just got to third with 1 out.
Yeah, and there wasn't even a thought of a throw. I mean, as soon as that ball left the bat of Tommy Joseph, Michael Saunders was on the move. Watch this. As soon as that ball leaves the bat, he's on the move. He knows right now, I'm going to third base. And, you know, Adam Eaton, though, he does have a good throwing arm, but there was no chance of getting him at third. You know, Tony Gwynn always used to tell me that when you're struggling, try to hit a ground ball to the center fielder.
You know, I tell everybody that. I think it's a great picture to have in your mind, you know. I mean, it doesn't work like the fly ball over the foul pole in left field. I mean, that's not a good picture.
Well, 21 pitches for Guthrie as the Phils have staked Aaron Nola to a 3-0 lead here in the first. And Cameron Rupp, who was 1 for 4 in yesterday's ball game. That's a curveball off the end of the bat, foul.
So Guthrie pitched for us in the two World Baseball Classics ago, not last year, but the year before when I was coaching third base. Guthrie was our third starter.
How did he do there?
I didn't know this was the same Guthrie.
Same guy. 38 years old.
Did the hat a little high?
Yeah. 2-1. Well, this is the spot where Joe Ross will be, and now Ross is a good young pitcher for the Nationals.
Good arm.
And the Nationals, you know, for any number of reasons, decided to send him out to start the year because they wanted some more roster flexibility. And he'll eventually be up, but because they sent him out and there was no injury, they couldn't bring him back directly. So that's why Guthrie gets the start tonight.
You think of I don't care how old you are, think of the pressure it's on Jeremy Guthrie. He struggled last year in 2 stops at AAA. But he's basically pitching for his baseball life.
Yeah, if he wants to keep on pitching. 3-2. In fact, he even went to Australia this past off season.
Cameron needs to get into the old choke and poke, 2-strike, make contact stroke here. Runner on third, 1 out.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Rupp, with Freddie Galvis waiting on deck. Still 1 man down.
Oh, good take.
Ball 4. That'll load the bases up again.
Tough take, John.
So the bases are loaded. Freddie Galvis coming up from the left side, which Murph, that should be good news for the Phils that Freddie's batting left-handed.
It certainly should. And, you know, Jeremy Guthrie has had his struggles, and as you mentioned, didn't even pitch in the big leagues in 2015, did pitch in Australia over the winter. And the Washington Nationals said they liked what they saw in spring training, and they decided to give him a chance. But your point about the left-handers is a good one. really struggled in 2015 against left-handers with his fastball. You saw Cesar lead off the game with a double today. Michael Saunders also getting a base hit, and Freddie with a chance from the left side as well. So Guthrie has struggled with his fastball against left-handers, and he is continuing that pattern so far in this first inning, guys.
Yeah, during spring training, 18 2/3. He allowed 10 hits, but he struck out 15 during spring training, which is why they felt like he would be used in a spot start role. I don't know if Adam Eaton could see it.
He lost it.
He's wandering, yeah. Now he finally picked it up. Saunders tagging from third, and the ball gets away from Murphy, thankfully. Saunders scores. I think Tommy Joseph did get back in time, but it was awfully close.
Well, since they dropped the ball, we don't need to review it, but that baby was close. Woo!
Sacrifice fly, second one of the inning for the Phillies.
Yeah, Freddie Galvis got another RBI. That's contact. Good things can happen.
Got that crooked number in the first for the Fighting Phils.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll get Aaron. Well, we're not done yet, but hopefully that gets Aaron Nola a little more in the comfort zone.
Aaron was 1 for 30 last year as a hitter.
So what are you trying to say? Chances are slim?
No, I think he's due.
Yeah.
He's been working on it in the offseason.
Half full, isn't it?
That's right.
Was he working on his hit while he's working on his changeup?
You got to work on everything.
Oh no, but Guthrie must respect him because he threw a high breaking ball and a cutter out.
Hey, maybe Guthrie saw 10 for 30.
Got to take a couple pitches here, right? 3-0.
Yes, indeed. Well, I have a general rule: if we hit around, I quit keeping score, but it's too early.
Well, I'm doing all mine. I'd never put anything on the card.
3-1.
This is all from memory, John.
With the ratio, 15 balls, 17 strikes.
Oh, that's interesting. 3-1, he swings.
He probably had a vision.
Well, you know, like you said, he's been working on it. Maybe he hit good in the cages in spring training. If there's any benefit, we get a little run and start with Joseph and Cameron Rupp.
Ball 4. And that'll reload the bases again.
The Phillies have batted around. The Phillies have batted around.
Dusty Baker standing up in the dugout. He did not use Joe Blanton yesterday. I guess he can probably think about getting him up. As Cesar bats for the second time in this inning.
Jason Worth's a little deeper this time.
He sure is. He doubled over Jason Worth's head his last time up.
Pulling in that right center gap.
Inside, 1-1. Phillies with 4 runs on 4 hits, a couple sacrifice flies. Capitalized on 3 walks in this inning.
Sometimes I wonder how these umpires can see such a small space to call a ball like that, pitch like that, a ball. Isn't it amazing?
I was told by one, they said it's an educated guess on especially pitches away, because they're setting up like a pitch away right now to Hernandez. Because Kellogg is setting on the inner half, he said it's an educated guess on the ball away. Apparently they guessed wrong against us all those years, Schmidt.
2-2 pitch coming to Hernandez. Way inside, 3-2.
I know a guy that would have let that hit him in the leg. Benny Rose.
Played with one, too, that would have let him hit, too. Hollins.
This is the fourth 3-ball 2-strike count of the inning. Runners go. And the pitch way inside. Ball 4. It forces in a run. And the Phillies now lead at 5-0.
Well, I have a little question for you, John, on these score sheets. What do you do on a bat around? I don't think in my career as a broadcaster I've ever had one.
You got to cancel out the 2 there and just put a 1.
And then what?
2, 3, 4. You got to keep canceling them out.
And then you put Cesar's second at bat right next to his first one in that column. There you go.
Okay. I'm ready to quit keeping score already.
Well, this is a good test, a game like this, a first inning like this. Eddie Romero looks like he's going to start to warm up as Kendrick takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1.
Greatest player in Phillies history shows up for the first game. He's here, and we just drop a 5 spot on him in the first, and we're not done yet.
Howie singled his first time up the opposite way. Now he's behind 0-2.
I have to be honest with you, all due respect, I don't think in my broadcasting career that we've scored 5 in the first.
Well, it's not often the last few years that they've been able to score 5 in the first.
Might be more.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Howie. .44th pitch of the inning coming. Fly ball right center field. Eaton was shallow. He's on the run. Back toward the scoreboard. He can't get it. It'll clear the bases, and Kendrick's on his way to third. And he'll get there stumbling. And the Phils have blown it open here in the first inning. It is 8-0 Phillies with 2 outs, and Howie Kendrick, well, he's okay. That's a good thing.
Well, John, first thing I looked at is the flags. They carried that ball a long way to left center. It looked like a fly ball to center field when it left the bat.
Yeah, that thing looked like it had a second gear once it got out of past the infield, and well, that was almost a David Palmer, wasn't it?
Still 2-strike, good 2-strike hitting, make contact. Yeah, I hear you on that David Palmer. David Palmer, years ago when I was playing, slid into third and did a somersault.
Odubel Herrera fouls the first pitch back. Well, it's not an 11-run inning like you witnessed the first time you saw
Jeremy
Guthrie,
yet,
but it's close.
I'm running out of ink.
Oh, I don't know about this score sheet.
Way inside. Romero's got to be almost ready to go. That one's back toward the middle. Defoe has it behind the bag. Not in time. Another run scores. Odubel Herrera smelled hit, and he got it. It's an RBI infield single. 9-0 Phillies. A 9-run first inning for the Phils.
There again, stay in the middle of the field. Speed, left-handed hitter. There it goes.
Hey, you see where Defoe's playing too. He was shaded, kind of like Odubel's a pull right-handed hitter. And, you know, that's the thing when with this swing. You see how he's leaning toward first base as he takes a swing, and that's what.
That's it for Jeremy Guthrie. Crowd's enjoying it. 9 runs, 6 hits, and a basket of walks. The Phils have had themselves a heck of an inning. It's a 12-batter inning so far, and they're not done. Eddie Romero is going to come in. and try to get the last out. The Phils hope that they have a little more life offensively in them, as we've got a pitching change here at Citizens Bank Park.
Yeah, we need a timeout over here on this.
Really impressive. I mean, even if you go back and look at the at-bats they've had, I mean, they've had some good at-bats during this inning. 9 runs, 6 hits. We'll be back right after this. Howie Kendrick has a single and a triple in this inning. 2 runs scored, 3 RBIs. He's been part of the party for the Phils. They lead it 9-0. Take a look at the box score so far for the Phillies. It even includes Aaron Nola, who has walked and scored a run. I mean, everybody's been productive so far in this inning for the Phillies.
Yeah, there's been a lot of good at bats, and you know, you could show the triple, you can, you know, the double by Cesar to start up the inning, but there's a couple walks in there that probably in Cincinnati and maybe even yesterday that guys would have chased.
Very good point. Very good point. Not a K on my score sheet.
The only 2 outs they made were sacrifice flies.
One by Franco, one by Galvis. Franco's up again with 2 outs. Enny Romero, the pitcher. And this one has lined it to the alley in right center field. It's contagious. It's going all the way to the wall. O'Dougal's around third, heading for home. Pulling into second is Franco. 10-0 Phillies. He's gone the opposite way in both of his at-bats. Well, this has been as remarkable a first inning as you're going to see for the Philadelphia Phillies.
I'll tell you, I cannot believe that you brought up that 11 run first inning that you saw Guthrie have. I cannot believe that you brought that up. And what are the odds of that happening? I know it hadn't happened yet, but
like, he can't give up 11 now.
Nobody has
well,
given up 10.
11-run inning. I'm sorry, you're right. That's his run that just scored.
Yeah.
Yep. Saunders tied up on the first pitch fastball, and it's 0-1. Most runs the Phillies have ever scored in an inning is 13 in a 4th inning of a game back in 2003. No balls and 1 strike. 0-2. Phillies have this is the 14th plate appearance of the inning. The National League record is 21. It's not the Phillies record, but it's the National League record, 21. So this is the 15th plate appearance in
I
an
thought you
inning.
meant 21 runs.
No.
0-2
pitch coming to Saunders. Outside, 1-2. Romero's just throwing 98 miles an hour. That's a good eye. 2-2.
I wonder if that was on the catcher, or not on the catcher, because Wieters was setting away, and the pitch looked like a pretty good pitch, Joe.
Saunders has pulled the count back full, 3-2. A 10-run first inning, 10 runs on 7 hits for the Phillies. Last 10-run first inning was back in 2009 against the Reds. The Phillies won that game 22-1.
How about catching one of those foul balls right now with your hands freezing? Barehanding it. Someone tells me Romero's going to have to give him some innings.
I would think so. And a liner out toward right center field. That'll split the gap and go to the scoreboard. It's an 11-run inning. Saunders on his way to second. He'll be there standing. An RBI double. He has 2 ribbies in the inning. And the hits just keep on coming, and so do the runs.
Well, you got to hand it to Matt Stairs.
Really?
Making a little hitting adjustments in the cage earlier today. Saunders got 2 knocks.
Tell you, it looked like he was farther off the plate against the lefty than he was when he was the righty at Guthrie. I used to do that because I felt like I saw the ball longer against lefties when I was a little further away. And here's a guy, I mean, Tommy's got one hit, but we need to get him another one.
He pulls that one right past the shins of Juan Samuel. That is the 56th pitch of this inning for the two national pitchers. Well, it wasn't an 11-run outing for Jeremy Guthrie, but it was a 10-run outing. 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 10 runs, 4 walks. And the 1-1 pitch to Joseph on the right side and out of play. It'll be 1-2.
All started with Howie Kendrick playing a little ABC baseball. Line drive to right field, moving the runners up.
Yeah, and you don't know how the top of the first would ended up with the, for the Nationals if Turner didn't pull his hamstring.
Yeah.
He had to stay, and then Zimmerman hits into the double play.
Up foul off the right field line.
Blow it, Win.
Zimmerman over, and it's back a couple rows. Bryce Harper, when sliding into that cement.
Hope the cement's all right.
Really?
I'll tell you, that was a heck of an effort by Harper.
He went a long way to try
yes,
to
he
get
did.
that
And that wind blowing that way blew that ball out of play for us there. I think they both thought they had a shot at it, but then the wind took it into the stands.
Back toward the middle, and that'll drop in front of Adam Eaton. Rounding third, heading for home is Saunders, and he will score. Again, an RBI single for Tommy Joseph. The Phillies have put a dozen on the board in the first inning. This is as eye-opening an inning as you will ever see.
What are the odds? I know the National League record for how many guys got two knocks in the first inning.
I would think Elias is going to be looking for a number of things from this inning. Well, the 12 runs is a first inning record for the Phils. Established here tonight against the Washington Nationals on the heels of what was a pretty good run yesterday, down 7-0 to make it a 1-run game.
And it ain't over yet.
You got Cameron Rupp coming up. This is a 35-minute half inning.
So they did have some momentum from last night.
I guess so.
I'm crediting you. You show up, they score.
Cameron fouls it back. Cameron is the 16th man to bat in this inning. He walked his first time up. Dusty Baker's seen a lot of baseball in his life. I'm sure he has seen a 12-run inning before. Maybe not the first. 1-1.
What's going through Dusty's mind right now is, all right, how can I use my pitching staff that I don't burn up 3 or 4 guys for tomorrow, even though Strasburg's pitching tomorrow.
Outside, 2-1.
This umpire is amazing. Back in the day, it'd be giving him the benefit of the doubt, right?
Especially after dropping a 12 spot.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, he catches it, it's a strike.
It's 8 o'clock and we're still in the first inning.
3 ball. Oh, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's in there for a strike.
I think these hitters don't want to be the guy to make the last out.
Well, they also see, I would think, I mean, you guys know better than I do. They see 9 hits and they're thinking, well, I mean, let's keep the rhythm going. I want to be that guy that gets another hit.
Yeah, all Cameron did was walk.
Yeah. Fouls it at the plate.
I wonder if Aaron Nola's gone back in the tunnel to throw some.
Yeah, he's had a sit, although he did get up earlier in the inning.
Now, will they give him more than 8?
No.
No.
But they have that tunnel back there. He can go back there in the bullpen or in the batting cage and throw.
Even if it's just tossing. Pretty good pitch to hit.
But how about these at bats?
Those guys say, who are these guys?
Kid? Did we go to the wrong ballpark?
This is 4A. This is 5A.
Hey guys, down here in the dugout, I can tell you that Aaron Nola has not gone back down. He has paced a little bit, and he's gotten a lot of drinks from the water cooler, but that's about it.
Got to stay hydrated, Murph.
That's right.
After an inning like that, you got to stay hydrated. Listen to this reaction. That's right.
This is a heck of a crowd, I'm telling you.
12 runs, 9 hits, and a standing ovation for a heck of a first inning for the Phils.